Hey folks, Luducium here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play of Hearthstone Arena. It's been a few days since I last played, but let's jump back in. We'll buy into the arena. Purchase complete. And let's see, what do we have? We have the choice between playing as a rogue, a warlock, or a mage. Well, this is a tough choice. I like mage. I had a pretty good playthrough as a warlock last time as well. I have not played rogue before, but I really don't like playing rogue in just regular plays, in non-arena play. So I kind of don't want to play a rogue if I can help it. I do want to play every single class, however, and rogue and paladin are the ones that I have not played yet. But you know what? It's too late in the evening for me to think through playing as a rogue. I need to practice more. So instead I am going to play as a mage again.
You asked for it.
Because I do like mage a lot. And I think I can do well as a mage. Okay. So first card, Alarmobot. Swap out another minion for this if it survives a turn. But it's a 0/3. It's 3 mana. It's not that good in my opinion. It's only really good at the beginning if you might swap out for a legendary. But, you know, the odds of that. Crazed Alchemist is a 2/2 with 2, so it's alright in that regard. But it has an interesting battle cry, swap the attack and health of a minion. You could use this to kill things like things that are 0/4, for example, the Shield Master. You could swap the health of that, and it'll be a 4/0 and it'll die instantly. And it makes things interesting, but it's kind of a random card, whereas this is solid, especially for a mage. +1 spell power is awesome, plus card draw, and it's 4/4. I'm taking that. So that was a very long explanation. Alright, Thrall of Farseer, I have actually lost to this before, but it's not that great, especially because it can easily die to a 3/2. Let's say I put this out and the opponent has a 3/2, well, I can get one hit on the opponent and then kill off one of his cards, but it's not worth the 3 mana. This, on the other hand, gives me a 2/3 plus. It gives me a 1 boar, and I think it's a solid 3 mana play. So I'm going to take the Razorfin Hunter. This is great as well, but I'm going to take the Razorfin Hunter because it's 1 mana less. This is a taunt, and it's not terrible. It's not the best taunt out there, but it's not terrible. This gives me card draw, and it's a pretty good solid turn 2 play. So, I'm going to take the Loot Hoarder. I like the Loot Hoarder. Flesh-Eating Ghoul is good. Can buff up. This is good removal. And this is solid taunt. And I want to have at least one solid taunt, so we'll take that. Alright. Taunt, spell damage, or freeze a minion and the minions next to it and deal 1 damage to them. Which can be buffed up with things like the Azure Drake or the Cobalt Geomancer. I think, however, I am going to take the Cone of Cold. It does offer me good crowd control, and it gives me the ability to do cold-based spells. If I get an Ice Lance, I can use that. So I am going to take the Cone of Cold, I think. Alright, this is a good solid stealth card, so it can't be killed easily. I already have Razorfin Hunter, and this costs 1 less if I have a weapon, which I will not have any. I'm going to take the Stranglethorn Tiger. Solid. Acolyte of Pain, good card draw, potential removal, or deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Acolyte of Pain is good. I can even trigger the card draw myself with my hero ability. I'm going to take that. Another Cone of Cold, an Ogre Magi, or an Ice Lance. Ice Lance is great. It can freeze a character, or if it's already frozen, deal 4 damage. So, for example, using the Cone of Cold that I have, I could use the Ice Lance. It pairs well. But the Ogre Magi, it's 4/4. I like 4-cost creatures. They're solid. I'm going to take the Ogre Magi in this instance. Fireball, fantastic removal. Definitely take the Fireball. Alright, good. Wow, lots of good cards. Abomination is good. I like the Abomination because it deals 2 damage to all characters, which means that it can AoE and clear the board. This is pretty solid too if you can protect it. Randomly deals 2 damage. And then the Sunwalker is just insane. 4/5, and it's got Taunt and Divine Shield. I'm going to take the Sunwalker. I like the Sunwalker a lot. Another Loot Hoarder, another Cone of Cold, or a Magma Rager. I don't like the Magma Rager. Sure, it's 5/1, but it dies really easily. This is okay. I think I'm going to take the Loot Hoarder and have lots of card draw, hopefully. Frost Nova, good control. Jungle Panther, it's stealth. Or the Shattered Sun Cleric. I've died to this too many times. It's been too much of an annoyance for me not to recognize when it's useful and take the card. Another Ascension? Sure. Okay, another Cleric, a Direwolf Alpha, or a Reckless Rocketeer. I think I'm going to take the Cleric over the Direwolf Alpha, actually. Alright, another Acolyte of Pain, a Polymorph, or a Dragonling Mechanic. I will take the Polymorph. It's good. It's a good spell. Another Loot Hoarder, Kobold Geomancer, or a Boulder Fist Ogre. I like the Boulder Fist. It's a heavy hitter. It's 6 mana. Can't be silenced. Hard to remove. Alright, another Cone of Cold. Really pushing Cone of Colds here. Flame Strike would be much better. Kobold Geomancer or a Nightblade. I think I will take... You know what? I'll take the Kobold Geomancer. Screw it. Okay, Fireball, and Mana Worm, or a Frostbolt. All really good cards. Mana Worm is great. It buffs up pretty well with a Mage. Fireball, of course, is fantastic. And a Frostbolt is solid. It can remove a card. Deal 3 damage is usually enough to kill a lot of creatures, or it can deal 3 damage and freeze them. I'm actually going to take the Frostbolt because... No, you know what? I'm going to go for the Fireball. Yeah. I have no 1-mana cards, but that's okay. Another Polymorph, an Argent Squire, which is a 1-mana card there. Another Direwolf Alpha. I will take the Polymorph. And hopefully, I hope I'm not overdoing the control here, but hopefully I'll be able to keep cards off the table. With this, I like the Knife Juggler. Whenever I play a creature, deals 1 damage. I have a good amount of spells, so I'm going to take a Mana Worm, and it is a solid turn 1 card. Alright, another Firewolf, Ancient Brewmaster, another Fireball, an Ancient Brewmaster, or Gold Shire Footman. This is useful. I can return a friendly minion to the battlefield, so I can bounce my Drake. I can bounce this to get Divine Shield back. I can bounce the Shattered Sun Clerics. Acolyte of Pain I can bounce. I already have 2 Fireballs. I am going to take the Ancient Brewmaster. I like the Shield Bearer. It's Taunt. It's a good turn 1 card. So I'll take that. It's not easy to kill. Raging Worgen is solid. It can enrage, get Wind Fury, and +1 attack, and it's a 3/3 for 3, so it's solid there. So I'm going to take that. I don't like Arcane Explosion. It deals 1 damage, but I don't like it. Another Raging Worgen or an Ice Lance. I think I will take the Ice Lance. Well, you know what? No, I won't, because I only have 1 Cone of Cold. I'm going to take the Raging Worgen instead. I have 2 Raging Worgens. Okay, Arcane Golem, not a card that I like. I don't want to give my opponent Mana Crystals. Young Priestess is not that good either, in my opinion, because it dies way too easily. Defender of Argus, on the other hand, give adjacent minions +1/+1 and Taunt, I think is really good, so we'll do that. Ironforge Rifleman, deal 1 damage, is mediocre. I could use it to kill something, especially paired with something like my hero ability. Wisp is kind of useless. I do like the Stormwind Knight better, though. It's 4 mana, it has charge, it's 2/5. I'll take that. Let's take the Stormwind Champion. Gives all my minions +1, it's a big hitter. Another Ice Lance. No Flame Strikes, this is really disappointing. I am going to take the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, see if I can get this buffed up. Flame Strike would have been better. I don't have any secrets, so this does me no good. Game +1 attack, I don't plan on having Murloc, so it's shitty 1/2 or a shitty 1/2. Let's take the Secret Keeper because I don't expect there to be many Murlocs. Maybe if I'm playing a Hunter and they play a Secret or something, this could survive. Flame Trap or Explosive Trap, and who knows. Take the Secret Keeper. So no Flame Strikes, no Legendaries. No Blizzards, nothing big. So, an interesting deck. I do have 2 Polymorphs and 2 Fireballs, so I have some removal. It's not a great deck. It's not that different from what I usually play in unranked Constructed, unfortunately. Of course, I could have had more Fireballs, but tons and tons of Ice Lances. So now I'm playing a rogue, which I said I didn't want to play here, and here are all my fireballs and polymorphs. I am sending all of these back. I need stuff I can play sooner, and I don't get anything better. That stinks. My opponent's still figuring out what to do. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Any day. It's going to be one of those matches, isn't it? Alright, thank you. Say hello. And pass my turn because there's nothing I can do.
The pleasure is mine.
So, my goal is going to be to try to maintain board control. Just use this coin to get dagger mastery, and that's it. Okay. Alright, nothing I can do, so we'll hit him directly and pass the turn. Next turn, depending on what he puts out, I will either Acolyte of Pain, Razorfin Hunter, or Raging Worgen. Use this coin, and he's going to use Deadly Poison. Which means that if I put out Acolyte of Pain, it'll die. If I put out Raging Worgen, it'll die. So Razorfin Hunter is a good solid play because it gives me A, 2 cards, and B, it's the one that I care least about if he uses his dagger on. So he can go ahead and kill that with his dagger. So he's going to cast that. Okay, that's fine. So I can polymorph it, which might not be a terrible idea. Alternatively, I can hit it for 1, use my hero ability, but then I'm going to end up taking a bunch of damage. So I am going to polymorph it. I am going to... Oh, let's do that. I could have killed it, but I could kill my hero ability on the next turn. Hopefully he doesn't buff it. So if he doesn't buff it, I will be able to just use my hero ability to kill it. If he does buff it, I'm hoping it's nothing too big. Alright, so he's going to attack me directly with that. So he's going to do that for me, and do that. Which means that I can use my hero ability, and then I guess I will sacrifice the Raging Worgen. Out of these two, the Acolyte of Pain will only give me 1 card. Raging Worgen will do 3 damage to him. It'll cause him to have to attack and use up his weapon. Unless he has another way of removing it, which he might.
Enter the shadows.
Nope. Good. He had to use up his weapon to get rid of it, which works for me. Okay, now I could put out something like the Azure Drake, which is not a bad play. It's 4/4. It does mean my fireballs won't have as much damage, but that's okay. I could put this out, but if he has something like Assassinate, he'll get rid of it right away. This will die right away, only give me 1 card. This might die right away to something like Assassinate. And this might live. It might not be the worst choice, but it is giving up a taunt. I kind of want the extra card draw. I'm going to put out the Azure Drake. If he wants to trade, that's fine. And I get an extra card, which I think is important to have. Because the more options I have, the better I can do. Plus, I can play multiple cards per turn, so I don't have any weapons. No worries there. I'm just going to buff him up and do that. Okay. Well, this will be a solid turn then to play the Senjin Shieldmaster. Take that out. And if he wants to sacrifice some cards and getting rid of that, that will be fine. Again, if he has something like Assassinate or Sap or some kind of removal,
We must cleanse the sun.
nope, he's going to buff that up.
Ready to ride.
So he's going to sacrifice a few cards to attack me directly. Interesting. Okay, well, let's put out the Sunwalker, because I don't want to keep taking damage, and we'll destroy that. So I do need to regain board control. Flame Strike here would have been fantastic, but unfortunately I don't have any Flame Strikes. Hopefully, good. He doesn't have a way to remove that directly. So he had to ram some creatures into it. If he had an Assassinate, he probably would have used it.
My shield for Argus.
Just gonna buff him up. Okay. Kill that. And hit it directly with himself. Okay. And hit me for 4. I do need to start removing some of his critters. I could put this out there and that out there. This will be 6, so I could buff those up if they live. But I don't think I should be taking that chance. So, unfortunately, I do have to use a fireball to remove that. Let's put the Raging Worgen out there. You know what? Let's put the Ogre Magi out there. And that'll make him think about how he wants to kill it, because he can't just trade his creature for it. So he may have to trade a creature and do something else. Backstab. He's going to do 2 damage, and then is he going to hit it directly, or is he going to use his creature? Nope, he's going to hit it with himself. Okay. Fine. And Frost Elemental, he's going to freeze me. Alrighty. What am I going to do? I am going to Fireball the Frost Elemental. And I'm going to put the Boulder Fist Ogre out there. I'm going to go under the assumption that he doesn't get an Assassinate or some way of removing that Ogre. And that the Ogre can regain me some board control and win this game for me, hopefully. Following turn, I could Stormwind Knight. So he gets to draw 4 cards, which is good, except it won't help him this turn because he only has 3 mana, or it shouldn't help him too much this turn. So hopefully this buys me a little bit of breathing room. I could Stormwind Knight, hit the Defender of Argus for 1. Means the Ogre will live, and I can start pounding and hitting him for 6. Good card, not going to help him. Okay, hits me directly. Alright, let's put out the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Will be useful. Put this out there. Hit him for 2. Hit that for 1. Kill that. Buff up the Ghoul. And hopefully he doesn't have a way of dealing 11 damage to me. Or clearing out my board. Got 5, 8 damage on the board.
Mistakes were made.
Okay, that worked out. Alright. First victory. And that is why I don't like playing Rogue. Alrighty, that was fun. That was the first victory as a mage. Let's play one more in this video before I call it a night. And see how we do. And I can't say this enough, I really wish I had gotten some Flame Strikes. They're so good. Kind of upset that no Flame Strikes were drawn. None came up in the draft. It's been like 7 drafts since I've gotten a chance at legendaries. I don't know how often legendaries come up, but I want some legendary cards. I don't have any in my constructed deck. I at least want some in Arena. Alright, I'm going to keep the Cone of Cold and send everything back. Just because it's good early removal and keep me alive for a little bit. Alright, Secret Keeper, Raging Worgen, not bad. I can live with those. I could turn to Raging Worgen if I need to.
Hello.
Playing a warrior, so hopefully he won't have direct removal for that Raging Worgen easily. Might have to use an Execute or something. Alright, let's start out with a Secret Keeper and turn. And depending on what he does, I might very well Raging Worgen for turn 2. Unless it's something like a 3-2, like a Ooze or something, in which case I'll probably sacrifice the Secret Keeper and a fireball.
It's time for a little blood.
Armani Berserker, perfect. That is perfect for me to trade a Raging Worgen against. Let's coin into the Raging Worgen. And then we'll hit that directly. So if he's smart, he will probably hit my Secret Keeper next. That way that'll enrage. And I won't be able to actually enrage with the Raging Worgen.
What now?
Armani Berserker is a great card, actually. I wish I had gotten some of those too. Okay. There he goes. Now it's a 5-2.
Put this apple on your head.
So what I'm thinking of doing is Cone of Cold. Won't kill these things. Now I could... No, I can't enrage off that. So I'm hoping that his Knife Juggler will actually enrage my Worgen.
What now?
For the war chief!
Alright, so he's going to get rid of the Worgen. Yep. That would be the smart thing to do. So unfortunately, I think my best bet is I have to get rid of that and call it a day. That is unfortunate, but not much else I could have done. If I played this engine, Shieldmaster would have died and still left me with a Knife Juggler. So I think next turn probably Razorfin Hunter and then hero ability to remove the Knife Juggler. Let's see.
Charge forward!
Buffs it up. Nope. Didn't buff it up. So, come on, hero ability most likely, and end turn. Or do you have a card? So you have a card for 2, but you decide not to play it. It's probably not a creature.
What now?
So press the hero ability button, and let's move on with our lives. Max Fury. Okay. So let's play their Razorfin Hunter.
Mess with Tusker.
And let's get rid of that. Following turn, I could get rid of the Warsong Commander. That needs to die because being able to play creatures with charge is a really good ability. And if I could have killed it right away, I would have. Unfortunately, I could not kill it there, so I have to try to kill it this way. All right, deal 1 damage to all minions. Kills my Bourne, leaves us both with a 2/2. Unfortunately, that thing has charge.
Back to work.
And he's going to buff it up. But now it's a 2/2. So, okay, he's going to trade that for that. And he's going to hit me twice with that. That sucks. Flame Strike would have been nice, even though I couldn't play it this turn anyways. Alright, Acolyte is not going to help me. So I have to Senjin. And I do have to work on removing that. I can't let that live. It's too powerful. Okay, at least I have a taunt. have other taunts too. I have at least one more taunt somewhere. Now I have 2 more taunts. Oh, come on, do it. Thank you. Execute. Alright. It's gonna do 8 damage to me, which sucks. Get me down to 8, but that thing's definitely gonna die in the following turn, and he's almost out of cards, which is a good thing.
Like to play with fire?
He's trying to rush me down, which is not a terrible strategy, except for the fact... Let's play this. Let's play this. I get a taunt out there. Hopefully. Now if he casts a spell, that'll trigger my Acolyte of Pain here. And give me a card. And then I could buff it up with the Shattered Sun Cleric if I need to, or Ancient Brewmaster and put it back if it's about to die. I've got a taunt out there. Stormwind Champion wouldn't be bad either. Get
From Northrend.
Yeah, so he's trying to rush me down, which unfortunately is working. And I have no good way of killing him.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I need to kill that.
Bring the pain.
Let's kill this. That does me no good right now.
Job's done.
Let's do that. And hope he'll get me down to 1. And I just hope I can survive long enough to...
Armor made to fit.
Okay, so that can't kill me. Can you do 1 damage? If you can't, I can at least regain board control. All minions. Good. And the armor's up. Okay, good. I can regain board control here, which is good. Let's think about this a bit. How do I regain board control best? Alright, I can put out Knife Juggler and see if I can kill anything with it. It's Knife Juggler.
On your head.
Let's do this. I can bounce this back, but I don't want it because I might need it to kill this stuff. So let's do Knife Juggler. Let's get a card. See what it hits. And he gains armor. Okay, that's fine. I can kill that with that.
Push forward.
Kill that with that. Kill this with that. So I have all my stuff still alive. And hopefully he can't do 1 damage to me. So I hope he does not get a weapon. Unfortunately, he got a weapon. Shit.
No shade.
Mr. Max Fury, you did not say well played! That is a douchebag move, Mr. Max Fury. But that's okay. Alright. So, 1-1, and I am going to put a break in the video right here, folks. And I think I am going to keep playing, but I am going to put a break so that this video doesn't drag on. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in a little bit.